do, what it do, what it do.
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm gonna up the level with them every time.
Shakur Stevenson.
I mean what I say, lines only talk.
Oh, Charlo just dropped Lubin with that sweeping right and goes down face first. It's over.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the morning after show. I appreciate everybody that came in, and I definitely hit that like button. I know y'all did. I don't even have to ask, because I know y'all rock with me like that, baby. All right. Yes, sir. Man, oh, man, we got a show for you today. All right. Me and, of course, Knockoutboxing 86 TV. He is in the building. All right. So, first of all, before I do that, I want to thank everybody for coming out last night for that fight call. All right. And, of course, getting warmed up for the big fight, which is not so big, but it turned out to be not so big. But, of course, we got the grand arrival, and we got a big fight this weekend. Now Boston's about to pick up and start moving like it should. So, first of all, let me bring up none other than Knockoutboxing 86 TV. All right. Now, y'all know him as the boxing guru. You know him as the debate king, baby. Never lost a debate. Never lost a debate, in my opinion. But right now, he's here to share the stage with KQKC. So let me bring him up. What's up, Knockout?
Yo, what's going on, KQ? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Ready to talk to boxing, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Man, a lot to talk about too, man. I'm ready to get going as well. I hope everything's good with everybody. Y'all please hit the like button. And yeah, man, it's Canelo and Crawford fight week. So we got 6 days to the fight. Can't wait to see that card, man. I'm ready to get going, brother.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me see who all in the building, and we can go ahead and get started. All right. We got my man all things is up in here. We got my man EJ, baby, Eugene Johnson. All right, we got my man LJ in here. Lee Jackson is up in here. My man Clark Bay TD is up in here. And we got my man TJ up in here. Terrell Jackson is up in here. Andy, what's going on, Andy G? What's going on with you, baby? Good to see you. All right, my man DC Dre is in the building. All right, yes, sir. We got my man DJ Desmond, yes, sir, Johnson is in the building. And that's who we got so far. But I'm quite sure the viewership will keep on increasing expeditiously.
Expeditiously and exponentially.
As the manager Marty would say.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so salute to everybody in the building.
And
y'all please.
I'm sorry. Make sure you all show both of us some love today. Slide by the cash apps. We got my cash app 275 KQKC, and we got Knockout Boxing. Okay, 86 TV is his cash app. All right, it's right under our names. Right under us. So, all right, let's go. All right.
Yes, sir. So let's we got a lot of hot news and hot topics to talk about, but let's start with the fight that you called yesterday. Really the only big fight this weekend, title fight. Sugar Nunes defended his title against Chris Diaz last night. Sugar Nunes was able to get the victory and come away with the dub. What do you think of that, man? What did you think of his performance last night?
Man, I think it was a great fight. I think he stepped on the gas. I think the fight was kind of even to me up to the last few rounds, last couple rounds, where he pretty much pulled away. So they both were throwing the leather. They came out the gate pretty much getting aggressive, and they stayed busy the whole fight. And that's what it's all about. Now, a lot of punches that they were throwing, they was overshooting it. But some did land. Nunes, he did a great job. and he kind of like pretty much shut down his defense. And he pretty much was rolling with the punches and trying to roll off the punches. But it was a pretty good fight. It was kind of even. Like I say, it's neither one really stuck out the most, but one did kind of edge the fight, but it was just that close of a fight. Now, both guys did well. Both guys did what they're supposed to do. Both guys were throwing that leather too, man. But they both looked like they was equally matched. Whoever matched them up, that was a great matchup. But still in all, it was a great fight for a Saturday night. So that's all I can say about that fight, though, man. It was a great fight, and I called it. It was a great fight. So
Yeah, multiple really good rounds. Chris Diaz performed better than I thought he would. He was able to withstand the pressure and the relentlessness of Sugar Nunes for the majority of the night. But like you said, Sugar Nunes, kind of his relentlessness, his pressure, he took over in the back half of the fight. And when you are going to fight a Mexican in Mexico and he's the A side and you fighting on his platform, you know probably what's going to happen if it goes to the judges' scorecards. And what was expected to happen, and they gave it to Sugar Nunes. So I think he's probably the strongest fighter that's a champion at 130 pounds. Maybe not necessarily the most skilled, but definitely the strongest and most relentless. But he's now gone 2 fights in a row where he didn't get stoppages. So this was a guy who has knocked out everybody that he had beaten up until these last 2 fights against the Japan dude where he won the vacant belt, and then now this fight with Chris Diaz where he didn't get the stoppage. So we're finding out if his power is really like that, like it's supposed to be. Really good performance, really good fight. And now they're talking about him taking on Emmanuel Navarrete next for a unification fight. What do you think of that fight? Navarrete versus Sugar Nunes. I think it's an instant fight of the year, rock'em sock'em robot war of attrition type of fight. If that fight does get announced and it does get made, what do you think of Sugar Nunes' next fight being with somebody such as Emmanuel Navarrete? There's also talks of him fighting Ray Ford as well. Which one do you think would be a better fight?
I think Ray Ford would be a better fight. I think Navarrete, he's been having problems with his weight. His weight is going up and down, and one time he came in so big, too big, and one time he came in just right, then the other time he came in a little small. The way Navarrete fights, I think that's gonna pretty much have a hard time for him to make it a fight like we saw last night. Navarrete, he moves and he kind of get in a rhythm, like this, getting a rhythm, and he throw punches when you don't think he gonna throw them, and so that is a good fight. But Ray Ford is a boxer. He's a pure boxer, and he will lay back and try to counter your punches, catch and shoot all day long. So, but they both good fights. Well, I would like to see Ray Ford fight first and see how he do with him. But I think Ray Ford would be the better fight.
Yeah, I think they both really good fights. I just like the style difference between Ray Ford and Nunes more than I like the styles going together of Navarrete and Nunes. I think that fight gets real rock'em sock'em, sloppy, no defense. Navarrete flailing all over the place with his bad balance, but then jumping in and throwing crazy combinations. You know what I mean? Like I think the fight looks better and is more appeasing to the eye if it's Sugar Nunes and Ray Ford. And then they both on the same platform. Both fighters are promoted by Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, so that should be an easy fight to make. We know Navarrete is a top-ranked fighter. Do Top Rank and Matchroom want to do a cross-promotion for a fight that's not going to be a big fight. It's not going to draw a lot of casual interest. Diehards will be excited for it. The only way that fight happens, I believe, is if Turkey steps in and they put it on some Riyadh card. Maybe because I know Riyadh usually has a card in February or something like that. Maybe then it could come to fruition. But if we're talking about Sugar Nunes and his promoter just making a fight, I'm sure they'd prefer to make Sugar Nunes versus Ray Ford so Eddie Hearn could try to keep all the money. That's a fight that's easy for him to make himself. And then I think also, like I said, I think it's a more appealing, more entertaining fight. Better for the eyes than what Sugar Nunes versus Emmanuel Navarrete would be. Although two champions fighting each other should take precedence, unification should trump mandatories. I think for me, the fight I want to see is to try to watch Ray Ford become a 2-division champion, and see if he can pull it off. But that's all I got on that, man. You got anything else?
No, but Ray Ford, he been looking pretty good lately. But need to stay off social media though. Yeah, he been looking real good lately, and man, I'd like to see him step it up, and that'd be a good step up for him, So that's all I got on.
Yeah, man. So let me go here, man. Shakur Stevenson, what's up, Cam J? Shakur Stevenson's been complaining a lot about the media and the biasness of the media, and he really had a lot to say. He calls the media biased. He says that the boxing media is trash right now, and he calls for the media to be unbiased and kind of be more fair towards fighters. What do you think of Shakur and his crybaby? I think he being a crybaby, but what do you think of him and his assertion that the media is not covering him or not covering the sport correctly, and that boxing media is trash?
Well, you know what? You're gonna get that from the media regardless, no matter who they are, or you got some good media outlets. You got some bad ones. You got some good content creators, and you got some bad ones. You got some clickbaiters. You got that, and so Shakur Stevenson, what he got to do is just stay off of social media and have a thick skin. When you're in the limelight, that knockout, you're gonna get people say all kind of crazy shit about you, but it's up to you to have a thick skin. You can't sit there and say somebody say to you that Shakur, he's boring, right? Everybody say that. Oh no, I'm not. I'm a big. No, look, you don't have to say that, dude. Just go out there and prove it to them, and then they will have a change of attitude. But I get what he's saying, though. Let me play devil advocate for a minute. I get what he's saying because sometimes you don't want people to lie on you, right? And that's that irks me too. And some thin skin or not, you want to correct that. So but if it's true, okay, it's true. But don't go out there and try to do something that you ain't used to doing. I mean, you just have to take the criticism and take it what it's for and move the hell on. So but still in all, stop crying, dude. You're in the hurt game. You're in the limelight, and of course, people gonna say good things about you. Some people gonna say bad things about you, and so all you're gonna do is go out there and do the best you can. That's it. That's all you can do. But don't say shit like, me and Tio, we're gonna have a real fight. Might be the last real fight you see in boxing because everybody doing exhibitions. Well, dude, you didn't have to say
He said that?
Yes. I talked about this other day. So we're gonna have a real fight.
You mean the same Shakur Stevenson that said if he had an opportunity to fight Jake Paul, he'd fight Jake Paul?
Exactly.
That guy? He said that? Okay, all right. Hey, man, whatever. Go ahead, keep cooking.
Yeah, real fight. He gonna have a real fight. So yeah. As a matter of fact, I still got the notes right here. Yeah, he think it's a fight with Tio. The winner would be king of boxing in that division. Okay. Then he said Shakur also said that this might be the last real fight in boxing we'll ever see. Okay, quote unquote. All right. Now,
that's
of course,
wild.
Sources of Boxing 24. So y'all want to check it out, you can. So, but anyway, so that's what he said. And listen, exhibition's been going on since beginning of time. But now these guys, like I say, these guys are a little spoiled. These guys are a little watered down to boxing now. Everybody want to make $1. All right, but what we'll get into that a little later.
Yeah, we can go there, but as far as like complaining about media and content creators, I don't know what's up with boxers, because you've seen Terrence Crawford complain about the media before. I've seen I seen Lamont Roach complain and kind of join forces with Shakur to complain about the media.
Mhm.
And it's crazy because boxers are supposed to be like the tough guys. They're supposed to be the ones that are warriors. And they complain more than the other sports do, but the other sports are more popular and they get much more hate from the media and much more biased coverage, bro. Like
Right.
it's like people want their cake and eat it too. You want the media covering you and saying nothing but positive things about you. But if people covering you and they don't like you or whatever, then you want to cry about it. I haven't heard LeBron James cry about Skip Bayless not one time, bro.
Oh.
Not one time. I haven't seen Jerry Jones or a Dallas Cowboy player come out and be all butthurt because of how Stephen A. Smith talks about the Dallas Cowboys, bro. Like they don't do that in other sports. They understand what it is, they know what it is, and they know what come with it. And specifically, if you Shakur Stevenson with so little coverage to shit on the people that are talking about you and complain about the people that are talking about you. If YouTubers and content creators on these platforms, if they stop talking about Shakur Stevenson and stop talking boxing and start talking about other sports, then no one's gonna talk about him. I don't see Shakur Stevenson or boxing in general getting any coverage on ESPN First Take or on FS1 or any of these other platforms. No one's talking about them, bro. There's a whole morning show going on right now for NFL football, NFL Live, and college football and everything. Wasn't no show going on yesterday morning to preview all the fights and get people to watch the fights and stuff. People, they don't do that for boxing, bro. So to criticize the coverage that you do get, I call cap on that because he don't have any problem with the biasness in media if the person is saying great things about him. See, he didn't have a problem, KQ, when they were trying to call him the greatest defensive fighter greater than Floyd Mayweather. He didn't have no problem with Sean Porter saying that. He didn't have a problem when Sean Porter said that, but then admitted that he didn't watch any Floyd Mayweather fights at the same time. He didn't say, yo, stop being biased towards me. He doesn't have a problem with Turkey Al-Sheikh making him the #1 lightweight in the world on Ring Magazine. He don't have a problem with that biasness of Turkey saying, okay, now you #1 because I don't like what Tank and Jake doing. Okay, now you #1 all of a sudden because you defended your mandatory. He ain't had no problem with that.
Right.
Matter of fact, he's bragging about it. 3 months ago, I knew that I wasn't #3, and now I kicked the door in, and now I'm #1. Tell somebody to come take it. How you #1 when you ain't beat no other champion? You didn't beat the people that was ranked ahead of you. How you #1 all of a sudden, bro? Somebody make sense of that. Like, but he don't have no problem with it because his biasness is in his favor. My thing with Shakur and others like him, KQ, is boxers don't have a problem with the biasness in the media until the biasness in the media is going against them. As long as you bias in their favor, then they don't have a problem. The problem comes when you have bias and you're not going with them. You're not getting on your knees for them and shit like that. So it is what it is, bro. These boxers, they got to stop crying because they biting the hand that feed them. Because the reason that you popping, the reason that people talking about you is because of the people that's covering you, bro. If nobody's covering you, then don't nobody know who you are. How you complaining about the media, but you got to go to that same media to get an interview because dudes ain't trying to sit down with you, bro. Joe Rogan and all them big old podcasts, they ain't sitting down with Shakur, man.
Exactly.
ESPN ain't like, yo, we need Shakur to come to Sports Center. Nigga, they don't even put boxing highlights really on Sports Center like that, bro. So you might want to chill out with that complaining and shit. That's really all I got on it, KQ. I think it's crazy.
Yes, sir. Kurt Hurd, what's going on, man? Kurt Hurd said, did anyone get a notification about this show? I just knew it should be on and looked. Is YouTube tripping? Yes, it is, Kurt. YouTube been tripping the last few days, and so that's why I put the notification out yesterday. But of course, I don't know, y'all must didn't get it or whatever. But yeah, that's why a lot of views are down on other people's channels, mine too. So we just gotta work through it and hopefully hit the like button and until they come back around fixed. Okay. So
yeah.
but KQ, I try to keep a steady pace, 11 o'clock a.m. every day. Okay. So Monday I won't be on Monday, but the rest of the week I will. All right, so there you go. Okay, so you have to look for the notification. I will be there at 11 o'clock a.m. All right,
Yes,
let's
sir.
go.
All right, so I saw a clip of Turkey Al-Sheikh telling Terrence Crawford to deliver the job against Canelo. What do you think of that? What do you think of Turkey?
Yeah, I thought
Telling
about
him
that.
to deliver the job.
See, I told everyone this fight is going to come down to a couple of things. Come down to the strength, the willingness of Canelo Alvarez, the athleticism of Terrence Crawford, and the politics of boxing. And I think Turkey, he wants Shiraz next. He's telling Terrence Crawford, first of all, Terrence Crawford, you don't work for Turkey. Yeah, he might finance the fight, but you don't work for him. He's not your promoter. He's not your daddy. So he's telling you not to retire. He's telling you, get the damn job done. He didn't say damn, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you pretty much like, no offense or nothing, but you kind of like, oh, I thank you so much. I just want to thank you all that you've done for me. I just want to thank all what he's done for you and your family. Yes.
Hey, that bag, like, thank you, Turkey.
Right.
Thank you, Turkey. I got that money, Turkey.
And Turkey liked that shit. He liked it.
Yeah, you know, Turkey. Boy, you get to compliment Turkey getting on your knees for Turkey, boy. You know them dictators, they love that, boy.
Yes, sir.
They love it. They love it so much. If you speak your opinion too much against them, they might try to chop your head off. So they love that, boy. He like, yes, but deliver the job. Deliver the job.
And that goes to show you Canelo was right in that press conference when he said, look, I know Turkey your guy. I knew all along he's your boy. And but no, Turkey gonna be so sad. He's gonna be so sad because I'm gonna win. So now Turkey came to check on Terrence. How you doing? Okay. How's it coming? He want to make sure he wins because he wants Shiraz to fight the winner. Because Shiraz said, I quote and unquote, I'm going to be at the fight and I get the winner of Canelo and Crawford. And that's what he said. Now, of course, Terrence Crawford. Now, if you wanted to retire and get that bag and leave, it looks like you can't leave now. Because you telling Turkey, thinking that Turkey making sure your ass don't go nowhere. So,
yeah.
I mean, that was just so funny to me. And I mean, Turkey came in there and he punching him on the arm. Do. Yeah, my guy. Go in there and do your thing. Ooh, these muscles are so big.
He touches on whatever he touches on. Yeah. Hey, what was wrong with you?
What's up, A1? Yes, sir.
What's going on, A1? What's up, man? I mean, it just show. I call BS though. I'm gonna tell you why. Like, it do show like, okay, you showing favoritism towards Bud Crawford, and that's cool. But I really don't think he signed Canelo to a 4-fight deal because he want Canelo to lose. I think it's a bait and switch. I really think that Bud Crawford is the one that need to worry about judging, need to worry about if they gonna give him a fair shot, need to make sure he can't leave no doubt because they trying to make Canelo versus Shiraz, Canelo versus Eubanks Conor being winner. Like, he didn't sign Canelo to a 4-fight deal because he wanted him to lose in the second fight of the deal. Shit, no, he signed him to a 4-fight deal because he's trying to get some of that Cinco de Mayo money next year. And if you look at it, the first fight with Canelo, they lost a bunch of money. They fought in Saudi Arabia, and it was William Skull. They didn't do good. This one here might do good, but they paying such high money to Bud Crawford. Turkey need Canelo fighting somebody that he don't have to pay that much money to, so they can try to recoup some of this damn money. I'm telling you, bro. So for me, I think that's all a show from Turkey because he's shown that he don't really mess with the Black American fighters like that, man. He throwing Shakur Stevenson on undercards, Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. on some damn undercards. He won't do business with Richard Hitchens because he got some sort of loyalty to Eddie Hearn. Then he doing the Tom and Jerry shit with these boys or whatever. I don't believe he really I think he see Bud as a means to an end to get Canelo. And now that he got Canelo gonna be his horse because that's the one he feel like he can make money off of. That's just my theory on the situation. I don't believe it. I think Turkey is bullshitting. I think he is really, really trying. I think he really just trying to placate the Bud Crawford. Yeah, you're gonna get a big bag, but push come to shove, if it's a close fight, man, I don't think they're gonna let them scorecards go against Canelo Alvarez with everything they got planned for Canelo next. I have not heard Turkey Al-Sheikh say one plan he has for Bud Crawford after this fight. I've heard him talk about what he got going on for Canelo after this fight multiple times. So I'm watching that shit with a close eye. I'm gonna be scoring the fight while I'm watching it because I think it might be some BS in the air. So, but I did think it was funny to look at though, and Bud is just so happy. He's so happy. You know what I mean? Why he? Yeah. I'm gonna leave Bud alone because I want him to win this fight. No, I'm not. Fuck it. Why Bud Crawford? Why he always think? Goddamn, he's so happy with Bob Arum when Bob Arum get him opportunities. He's so happy with Turkey when Turkey give him opportunities, but him and his fans and his team, why they always shitting on Al, man? Yeah. Outside of this fight, didn't Al get him the most money that he ever made when he fought Earl Spence?
Most definitely he did.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's like some self-hate ish going on, but I'm gonna leave it at that, man. That's all I got to say, man.
I think it's personal because they wasn't with top PBC, they was with Top Rank, which is still a good promotion company, but PBC wasn't paying like Top Rank. All right, PBC, if you perform well, PBC gonna pay you, no doubt about it. You know, and cause Bud, listen, Bud just don't sell, okay, and that's why it's going like it's going right now. We're gonna talk about it though, but I just think you hit it on the head. And that's why I was saying to myself, and I mentioned this to my my chat. You know, listen, I think it's just an old bait and switch Turkey doing. You know, he had the camera right there. You know, he had to videotape it right there and everything. And you know, we're not stupid, Turkey. All right, you might not know too much about the American way, and you definitely don't know how smart that American people are. You know, especially the boxing fans. And we know it's all BS. And just like you said, you know, hey, if you got plans for Canelo, you got plans for a loser? You got plans for a loser? You know, and then Shiraz, you know, you always wanted that fight. So now you can tell me right now you want Terence Crawford to beat Canelo? No, come on. No, I don't believe that in Man in the Moon. So you made sure that the camera got that. Turkey don't usually do that. He usually don't be on camera like that, you know, so, but I think everybody don't like Al, because Al is working. PBC model is working. PBC haven't went bankrupt. They haven't went broke. PBC still putting on good fights. They got a big card coming right now. Coming up. They got Keith Thurman coming on that card in Pandora. That's a damn good fight. You know, Keith Thurman, the OG, he said. You know, so I think they have a personal grudge against Al Heyman, because I really believe that a lot of people haven't never seen a smart black man like he is, you know, and we are talking about different umbrellas under PBC. We're talking about Tom Brown. We're talking about Samson Lewis. I mean, we're talking about Mayweather Promotions. I mean, PBC is a big promotion company, and they are winning. They are winning. No matter how you look at it, they are winning. And because why? Because they're recouping their profits. They are making a profit. That's why they're winning. Now, I know what y'all saying. Oh, well, they take all day to make a fight. Take it, make a fight. Yeah, but all money ain't good money. You say all money ain't good money. And you're going to find that out when the end of the day comes. And it's coming real soon. So that's all I got.
All right, let's switch gears because there's a lot going on with the Haneys and the Normans. Woo! The Haneys and the Normans is going crazy. So this all started with Devin Haney calling Brian Norman Sr. a bum. Brian Norman Sr. said that what did he say? Oh, he said that I could whoop your daddy ass. What's up? Tell your daddy get it cracking. Devin Haney jumped off the porch trying to take up for his daddy. He know his daddy can't beat Brian Norman Sr. up. So Devin says, well, my daddy beating you at life. My daddy's beating you at life right now. And that sent Brian Norman Sr. off. He he straight flamed Bill Haney. He basically said, how your daddy beat me at life when your daddy on this cocaine, your daddy got you out here messing around with sex workers, your daddy got separated from his kids and his grandkids or whatever, and I ain't never been separated from my kids or whatever, and I don't snort no cocaine, and I ain't never been in jail before. He said, because your daddy got more money than me. I mean, that's good, but I ain't broke, so how is he winning that life than me? Bill Haney responds and says, you could be knocked down, but knocked out. Not knocked out. I'm 50-0 in these streets, but you got knocked out 6 times. Brian Norman Sr. responded back to him and said, how you 50-0 in the streets when you on cocaine right now? That's a loss to the streets. He said, how you 50-0 in these streets when your ass been in prison before? That's a loss in the streets. What do you think of this, man? These is fighting words. I think Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr. need to be on the undercard. No, I'm just playing. But what do you think? What do you think? What do you think of that, man? What's your thoughts on that back and forth, man? Who got the best of it, man? The Haneys or the Normans, man?
Man, but Brian Norman Sr., he offered to fight Bill. He said, look, we can have an exhibition. We can get it off our chest in the ring. All right. But see, the point is, you know what's a fighter, Bill. And Bill, he backed out. He cowered out. He ducked. He said, well, I got somebody you can fight. Brian Norman said, no, I want nobody. I want nobody else. I want you. So Bill, I'm not a fighter. I'm not gonna go there and fight you. But anyway, listen, Devin, first of all, you stay out of grown folks' business. Okay. At first I liked the Devin. He was young man, respectable young man, and then also now you start, trying to imitate Tank, and you want to be a tough guy, and listen, be you, man, be you, son, and Bill, you need to go back and hide him, all right? Because Brian Norman, he ain't gonna stop. He got your number, dude. You can't sit there and say, well, I don't know how y'all do things in the garage, but Brian Norman said, well, I own my garage. So I don't know what you're talking about. So Bill was trying to be funny, but he just couldn't get Brian Norman on nothing. I interviewed Brian Norman. He went off on me for nothing, So Brian Norman's, he's a hot head, but I am so glad he got Bill number. And like he told Bill, you can't win. And now listen, I'm going to ask you this, Knockout.
Yeah.
If you go to court and the judge found you guilty, don't you think you lost? Ain't that
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If you supposed to be in the street, that's rule number that, like, in the streets, the two things that are the biggest losses is if you die or you go to prison. Like you can have other losses, like if somebody get a hold of you, you get robbed or whatever, you know what I mean? You can have the plug can raise the price of the product up on you or something. That would be a loss too. But the two, you correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just I went to college or whatever. I was never no street dude, but I know a lot of them, and I was taught the biggest losses you can take in the streets is number one is if you die, if you get killed, and the second biggest loss you can take is if they send your ass off to prison. You gotta sit down. I thought that. I mean, that's just me. You correct me if I'm wrong.
Right. So you're right. See, Bill said, no, that's not a loss. I just got found guilty. So that showed you how much of shit he's full of. You tell a nigga upside down, all that shit be falling out of him, right? But that is the loss. And you're not 50-0 in the street, Bill. Because Brian Norman, yes, he has a bad record as a boxer. Yes, but his is real. Your shit is fictional. Okay? You say you 50-0 in the street. Who know that? Where the proof at? Where the receipts at? Right? Just because you know a couple of people on that corner, that don't mean you 50-0 in the streets. All right? Because you took an L. Right? You took an L. You didn't see your child being born.
This
all right?
Is crazy.
You took an L because you don't spend time with your kids. So you try to go pick up your daughter at school, trying to, say, oh, see, I am a family man. No. No, and your son don't know what tricking off is. You should have told him what tricking off is. You should have taught him that, but see, and that's what Devin gets, so, but stay out of the beef, Devin. All right, them two grown men, and both of my granddaddies. And both of them.
Yeah, they in their 40s and 50s
Right.
respectively. So let them boys, let them men hash it out. When I sit back and I think about the whole back and forth, I just got one question. And this is like, maybe my mind is different, and I just think differently. And maybe somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. But my question was, how come Bill never denied being a cokehead? Like I would think if somebody's saying that you were addicted to drugs or whatever, one of the first things you would do in response to him is say, "Nigga, no, I ain't." He let that man call him a cokehead like 2 or 3 times, and he never denied it, not once. So I was like, "All right, bro. If that's how you think you should be responding, that's cool." But I think the biggest thing is with the Haneys, bro, is they always try to deflect to something else. Like they never respond back to what people are actually saying about them. I remember when Gabe Rosado was going in on them for suing Ryan Garcia. He was going in on them for being on Ryan Garcia's undercard, even though Ryan Garcia cheated him. And they responded by trying to talk about how Devin is a better fighter than Gabe Rosado. That ain't what he was talking about. Why didn't y'all respond directly to what he said? Like you letting it be known that you guilty, that you really don't have nothing to say because he telling the truth. Tim Bradley, same thing. He was making similar points. He was saying the same thing about Devin Haney, and Devin Haney responded by saying that he's an old hater that ain't got no money. Again, not denying what Tim Bradley said and the points that he was making. Now you got Brian Norman Sr. again making some direct points, saying, look, this is why you ain't beating me at life. This, and this. And all Bill Haney could come up with was what he came up with, and it wasn't a direct response, bro. Like that, it's never, and I think that's glaring. I think that's huge. I think people need to understand it. That makes you full of ish. When you don't respond directly to what somebody is saying about you, but you so egotistical that you feel the need to respond, this is what you get. You get somebody moving the goalpost, somebody deflecting, somebody trying to shift the conversation to something else. Your son started this shit, bro. Your son started this shit. What people got to understand is money don't mean you winning. Money don't, just because you might got a little money, that don't mean you winning. What about your integrity? What about the type of young man or young woman that you raise? What about how you moving out here with that money? Are you investing your money? Are you setting up the future? Or are you spending it on 8 balls? Like, what are you doing with it? And it looks like right now, Brian Norman Sr. got Bill Haney in the blender, bro.
Yeah.
Got him all the way in the blender, and he can't get out that mud, man. The only shot is now Devin got to go in there and whip Brian Jr. ass. Because can you imagine being talked to like this, KQ, and getting cooked like this, and then your son go in there and just run around the ring the whole time like a scaredy cat? That shit would be, it'd be all bad. The only way to restore this shit is they got to go in there and they got to put on that Regis Prograis type of performance, man. They got to put on that Linares type performance, the second Cambosos fight. They can't go in that bitch and fight how they fought Jose Ramirez because people just gonna be like, nigga, you ran the whole time and your stock not gonna go up. You already on the undercard and shit. So
yeah,
we'll see how that goes. But that's really all I got on it, man.
Yeah. Bill kept changing the subject but Brian, Norman Sr., he stuck with it. He said, no, don't do that, Bill. We talking about this, because Bill, he go that stuttering. That's when he started lying. So. But yeah, it was funny. It was funny to me. Both guys, heated up, and so. But Brian Norman, I think he got him, shook right now, and right now, Brian Norman Jr. He just got to go in there and do what he gonna do. Now I looked at a couple of film work, and he do working on that footwork. He working on his footwork. He working on cutting off the ring. He's not just power. Now he know how to box. He's a good boxer too. So, so we should see a good fight. So
yeah.
But that's all I had on that, man. I mean, that was a good back and forth they had. And it was funny to me when Bill said, "I don't know how y'all talk around the garage, right?"
Yeah.
But Brian Norman said, "Hey, I own the garage. I never was broke. A day in my life. So which But Bill, you did. That's a loss when you go to jail. Okay, that's a loss. All right, you
100%.
found guilty and you lost. That's it. All right, so that's all I got, man. Okay.
Okay. Let's continue to talk about the Haneys because something else interesting. I saw something else interesting that I want to talk about. Devin Haney says that he is taking more risk than any fighter under the age of 26 years old in boxing. What do you think of that statement? And do you agree or do you disagree?
Well, you're not taking no risk. What risk you taking? You fought George Cambosa for undisputed. That ain't no damn risk. Now, Brian Norman Jr., I think maybe that's a risk, but that's it. I mean, what's your little guy name? With Robert Garcia?
Bam, my guy, Bam. Yeah.
Now he taking a risk. He been taking risks. Now, you know what a risk is, Devin? It's taking risk where you could potentially get knocked out or lose. But you going in there because you think you the better man. All right? No, that ain't no risk. George Cambosa ain't no risk. He was a one-trick pony. That's what he was. So you went all the way to Australia. You took a bad contract with Top Rank. And I mean, no, you ain't taking no risk. What you're doing is your ass is getting bigger and you keep hopping weight classes. That's all you're doing. That ain't taking a risk. No, that means you're getting bigger. And then you're going into enemy territory and territory that you cannot defend on. So, I'm sorry, but I don't know where he get that from, Knockout. I don't agree with that.
He reposted one of his fans saying that. So essentially he's saying it too. And I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. I did a video on it yesterday when I saw the comments. Like Jesse, if you want to talk about like under the age of 26 years old, the fighter that took the most risk, it got to be Jesse Bam Rodriguez, man. Like wake me up when Devin Haney fights a Hall of Fame fighter on short notice, like Jesse Bam Rodriguez did against Carlos Cuadras. Then he has a homecoming fight against Sor Rungvisai, the guy that stopped Chocolatito, your guy, and he knocks him out in San Antonio, Texas. Then he comes off of a broken jaw and takes on Juan Francisco Estrada, bro. Like this is not even close. Like Jesse Bam Rodriguez is about to fight Fernando Martinez. It's going to be the second world champion he's fought this year as he goes to unify belts one by one, not having to go try to get it from one guy like George Cambosos, bro. You can't say you taking risks when your resume is littered with guys that was past their prime that you were favored to beat, that you bigger than, bro. Yeah. Straight up. Like, and it ain't Hall of Fame fighters on there or guys that was coming off of good performances. This is the first time where Devin Haney is taking a true risk, in my personal opinion. He was favored to beat everybody. He was supposed to beat Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was supposed to be trash, according to Devin Haney, his fan base, and his daddy. He was a C+ fighter. And when that same fighter was fighting Tank Davis, they didn't want to view it as a real fight. So you can't say that was a risk. You can't say Regis was a risk. Regis was coming off of the trash-ass fight that he had against Zorilla. And he was 35 years old, past his prime, bro. You can't say Loma was a risk. You were favored to beat Lomachenko. He's 5'4", 5'5", with a 65-inch arm reach, bro. This is the first risk in terms of a fight that people feel like you can lose that I've seen him take. And the betting odds prove that, bro. He's never been an underdog in any fight that he's ever had, bro. And he came off his Ryan Garcia performance and he fought an old ass Jose Ramirez coming off of a loss. And then when you want to talk about like not only who they fight, let's talk about the risk in the ring, bro. When they get in the ring, Jesse Bam Rodriguez takes all the risks. He's applying the pressure. He's trying to knock people out. He's working his jab and stepping forward on people. Devin Haney fights cautiously in the fight, bro. Exactly. He tries to keep the distance, use his jab, stay away from guys. That's not risky, bro. You're not taking a risk by fighting like that. You didn't take any risk against Jose Ramirez. Jesse Bam Rodriguez in his last fight was right there in that world champion face, walking him down, pushing him up against the ropes, doing his best to get him up out of there and make the fight. It's levels to this shit, bro. Like, and guess what? All the pound for pound lists, they agree with what I'm saying. So a Devin Haney fan can try to act like I'm hating if they want to, but it's just not true, bro. The problem is they say so many things that are just not true, and you misleading people because you got a bigger following than Jesse Bam Rodriguez. You got more people that pay attention to what you do, and now by lying and shit. You disrespecting and shitting on that man. You should be talking about the great risk you're taking fighting Brian Norman Jr. And that's really it, bro.
Exactly.
That's really it. Everything else, get out of my face with that shit, man. It's all cap. It's all cap. That's all I got on it though, man. It's they just be lying all the time, bro. All the time. It's always a new lie, new narrative and shit, man.
I know. They listen to certain fans and they, like you said, they retweeted and and they didn't buy into it. They had Devin buying into it that he was a strong, face of boxing, and he got his ass whooped with Ryan Garcia. I mean, so man, y'all hit the like button, all right? We only got 66 likes, and we got over 100 people in the building. All right, so please hit the like button for me. All right, and we got the cash out working up here too. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, we getting up early this morning, baby, and getting you some good boxing talk. Great news.
100%. 100%. So one more topic, because this has to do with Mayweather and Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Devin Haney was very complimentary of Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson's exhibition while taking shots at Gervonta Davis's exhibition that he's having with Jake Paul. What are your thoughts on? Let me find this real quick.
Yeah, I talked.
He said, let's talk about the biggest and most important exhibition in boxing right now, Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson. Now you're talking about a real exhibition between two legends that deserve to get plenty of money together. He says, may check more money than the mint can print. A real exhibition between two legends in the sport of boxing. How can something be wrong with that? I want to come on and promote that fight because I think it's a good fight. And if they get it on, may the best man win. May the Tyson family and the Mayweather family make plenty of money on this one. And anybody hating, let them choke. That's what he had. Oh, he also said, this fight is something neither the world nor I ever thought would or could happen. Boxing has entered a new era of the unpredictable, and this fight is as unpredictable as it gets. I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it, so it's signed, and it's happening. So he has a lot of complimentary things to say about Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson while taking the shot and taking the dig at Tank Davis and Jake Paul. What do you think, man? What do you think of that?
I'm gonna go two places with this one. First of all, yes, he's taking a dig at Gervonta Davis. Listen, no disrespect to Floyd Mayweather. No disrespect to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had a heart problem last time he did an exhibition. He had to go to the hospital. Mike Tyson, I'm sorry. You're old, dude. You're old. And you don't even need to be doing exhibitions. You need to be just sitting your ass down. And Floyd, I think you ran your course now. Okay? I know, you do exhibitions, and you're doing an exhibition this time. It's always a reason why Floyd do an exhibition. Right now, this exhibition is to outshine Gervonta Davis. I'll call him Mr. Petty. That's what he is. Okay? Now, he's a great fighter inside the ring, but soon he step out the ring, he's a bad promoter, and he is petty as hell because he don't want no one to outdo him or outshine him. And what Tank is doing right now is outshining him. We're talking about a young man that broke the internet just with the news alone. Floyd never did that. No. But he did great other things in the sport of boxing, but he haven't done that. And he always want to control whatever new or going on in the sport of boxing. Floyd, listen, give it up, okay? Give it up. Enjoy your money. Enjoy your life. This is a young man's sport, okay? We all know that. You know that. So please, stop with the bullshit, okay? You've been paid as hell since Tank got with you when he started shining. Yes, you did a great job with him. Yes, but now let him fly. Let his wings spread, okay? Yours already spread it, okay? So sit down and stop being so petty. And Bill, for you, listen, Devin is never going to get an exhibition. He ain't going to never get an exhibition because ain't nobody want to really fight him. Now, matter of fact, come to think of it, maybe that's what he need, an exhibition. Because he's not going to engage. He's not going to engage. He's going to pretty much get on his bike and move. So that'd be a perfect fight for him, an exhibition. So, because we know how that fight going to go with Brian Norman. He's going to cut off the ring and press the action and bag your son up. But still in all, Mr. Team Petty, that's Team Mayweather. You know, look, y'all stop. Leave that. Look, y'all leave Tank alone, damn it. I mean
hey man, you sound like a Tank fanboy right now, man. Be careful.
I'm not trying to be a fanboy or nothing like that. But goddamn, the man ain't said nothing to y'all. He haven't done anything but trying to make some money and support his community and his family. But nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about all the giveaways he did, right?
That don't get you notice how that don't get covered, like when he like get arrested or when he fighting Jake Paul. You notice they don't never cover him spending thousands and thousands of dollars to give kids backpacks, clothes, and shoes and school supplies and shit. They don't never cover that, man. That's weird to me.
Because people are messy. People are messy. They like messy shit. They don't like positive things. They don't like
you get you like 10 Tank Davis arrest videos. You get you like 5 Jake Paul Tank Davis videos and 18 ducking Gervonta Davis duck videos, but don't nobody talk about the back to school shit and how he take care of the like you get videos about how like he don't care about his fans while he's literally out here caring for his fans because those people at the backpack drive, they Tank Davis fans, right, KQ?
Right, yes.
All right, so you making people making content about how he don't care and don't give a damn about his fans while he's spending his hard-earned money to give back to his fans.
Exactly.
But yeah, you keep going though. You keep going. You cook it. You keep going because I'm gonna take another angle on that situation. But you keep going.
You know, and like I said, I'm not trying to sound like a Tank fan, but I mean the dude ain't doing nothing. Y'all keep fucking with him, right? And I mean he doing what he need to do. And like I say, yes, I don't like the fight either. Okay, but it is what it is. All right. Now, like I say, he get in the bag, okay? And it's like a vacation to him. Come back, take care of business. Who knows? He might go back and revisit the rematch. Matter of fact, if Lamar Rose don't shut his damn mouth, maybe we might get it. You know, so that's how I look at it. But he's not bothering nobody. He ain't talking, going back and forth with nobody. He ain't saying this and that. All he doing is doing what he want to do. Take care of his people. Buying up his block, passing out book bags, passing out food, doing all this, spending all kind of money, and not even calling the media to come cover it. He doing it. He ain't doing it for the media. He doing it because that's where he came from. That's because he care about it. That's all. Mm-hmm. You know, so man, talk about that. Get credit what credit is goddamn due. All right, that's all I'm saying. And, come on, y'all leave the hell alone. Leave him alone. That's all. Then when he says something, we speak about something, okay, then go ahead and do your content creative shit. All right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I think so everything you said is true, but I don't know if you thought about this. And I don't know if the chat has thought about this. So Bill Haney is very, very complimentary of Floyd Mayweather. Right? And him getting this fight, and he's wishing Floyd Mayweather print the mint and make all the money in the world, and that it's the biggest exhibition. He is glazing Floyd Mayweather while trying to shit on Gervonta Davis. I think we can all agree that that's what happened in those comments. But my question for Bill Haney, my issue with this is, didn't Floyd Mayweather show Ryan Garcia how to miss weight so he can whoop your son ass? Didn't Floyd Mayweather prey on your child's downfall and was kicking y'all while y'all was down after y'all lost to Ryan Garcia in that fight? And Floyd Mayweather was a huge reason that made that happen. And then he was so petty and he couldn't wait to get you on Instagram so he could try to clown your ass, and y'all went back and forth on Instagram. How do you be so complimentary of a man that preyed on your son's downfall so hard, all because your son wouldn't sign to him? You know how full of shit and how trash you got to be as a parent to be doing shit like that, bro. You literally you glazing Floyd so much, trying to shit on Tank so bad. I guess you forgot that Floyd did all of this to you, bro. He tried to sabotage everything. Remember when Devin was trying to make the Ryan Garcia fight and Floyd stepped in and tried to block the shit? and tried to get Ryan Garcia to do the Rolly shit. He was trying to make Ryan and Rolly and try to keep Devin from fighting that fight. I get like how the hell do you do this if you Bill Haney, knowing the shit that Floyd Mayweather has done to try to hinder your son's career, bro? All because you don't want to, you want to find a way to be critical of what Gervonta Tank Davis is doing with Jake Paul. You hate Tank that so much, and he hasn't done anything that Floyd Mayweather has done to try to ruin your son's career. That's a great point, Akilo. And Floyd Mayweather waited for Devin to get ready to have a fight or get ready to have a moment, and he released the Tank Davis sparring footage on his ass to shit on Bill and Devin. Crazy, bro. Absolute crazy. I could never be me as a parent. It's certain shit that you can do to my kids to where there's no coming back from that. I wish I would compliment somebody that did the things to my children that Floyd Mayweather has tried to do to damn Bill Haney's children, bro, or his child, I should say. That's the first thing I thought of. Like, damn, bro, you compliment the dude that just shitted on your son. Yeah. Trying to shit on your son badly. And I don't understand that, Travion. How can Floyd be trying to save Devin and Bill from Ryan when Floyd is in the picture after the fight holding up the three with Ryan Garcia, laughing and shit, because you know Ryan Garcia missed weight by 3 pounds. I didn't forget that shit, bro. Floyd did Devin and them dirty, and now you complimenting the man, wishing him well and shit. Man, you crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Couldn't be me, KQ. Couldn't be me at all, bro. I would never. I would never. Now, as far as what you said about Floyd, yeah, you right. Floyd don't want Tank to have no records. Floyd know damn well that Tank and Jake about to break a record, and he gonna try to come over the top of that shit and break that record as well, because he don't want Tank to have no streaming record. Because I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be 50, maybe 60 million people watching that goddamn Tank and Jake fight. It's gonna be 50. It's gonna be a lot of people. Like it's gonna draw in some crazy streaming numbers, some crazy free numbers, and Floyd don't like that shit, man. He don't want Tank to outshine him because Tank left his whole company in shambles. When Tank left, Leonard Ellaby got fired. Floyd ain't got no fighters. He trying to build up Carmel Mona. He ain't got shit, man. Yeah. So you right on that, bro. Floyd a petty dude, great fighter, but petty and can't stand to let nobody else have the spotlight. And boy, can he hold a grudge. Which is why I don't understand why Bill is being so complimentary of him. He just using you to help him shit on Tank. That's all he doing.
Right, there you go.
He just playing nice with you right now because Tank is his enemy. When y'all was his enemy, he was playing nice with Tank. He did the same thing with Shakur. He acting cool with Shakur, acting cool with Keyshawn. What do all y'all have in common? Y'all are Tank's ops. Wake the fuck up. He using y'all, bro. Yeah. Stupid. He using you, dumbass. Anyway, that's all I got on that, bro. I just find it crazy that Bill is being so complimentary of a man that did all that to Devin Haney. But y'all will call him a great dad, though. People will run out here and say how great of a father he is. Shit. Y'all, great fathers don't just let people do what Floyd did to Devin and then just be cool with him after. That's just my opinion. That's all I got on the KQ.
That's right. Shout out to my man Kilo in that Cash App. Shout out to my man Kurt Hurd in that Cash App. All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Shout out Kurt Hurd. He got the 5-piece in the Cash App. Appreciate you, bro. And then my dog Kilo, what's up, bro? With the 5-piece in the Cash App. He said for the good content. Appreciate that, man. And Kurt Hurd said Pat McCormick was on fire. Did you watch Pat McCormick fight? Because Kurt Hurd sent me he sent me an email too. I don't remember watching that fight. Did you watch the Pat McCormick fight? I gotta go check it out, Kurt. I don't want to talk about something I haven't seen, bro. So I'll probably do a short on it or something or react to it. But he was really excited about what the performance Pat McCormick put on. But I didn't watch it, bro. So I'll go back and watch it, man. But you got anything else on that before we move on?
No, that's it. Okay.
All right. So
what you got? What you
no, you go ahead. You got a topic?
Yeah,
I've been throwing out all the topics. You go ahead, man.
I was going to talk about Canelo and Crawford.
The
tickets ain't moving, man. The ticket's not moving. The big fight of the century. The big fight of the world. The big fight that's going to outdo Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Well, the tickets are hard to sell. The tickets are not moving. So now they got to go down on the price of the tickets. We're talking about 7 days out. So they had to go under $1,000 on floor seats. So, I mean, why are they not moving? That's the question. Now, of course, Canelo Alvarez is supposed to be the face of boxing. And so now it seems like they're not feeling it. And I think it's because of the undercard. That's what I believe. Of course, that's what Boxing 24 believes, and that's what BoxingScene.com believes, and a couple other notable outlets believe that the undercard, which I like the undercard. I like Bodachuk. I like Brian Adams that fought no other than my guy Jamel Charlo and almost beat him. You know, so right now that fight is not doing very well. Now it could be that Tank exhibition might outsell the fight of the century, the big fight.
Shit, ain't no Mike. Ain't no Mike. It's going. Well, so the thing is, Tank and them arenas only hold 17,000.
Okay.
Canelo and them holds 55,000. Okay. So they're gonna have more in attendance than Tank and them. But the key is the Tank and Canelo, the Tank and Jake Paul tickets. Will they be more, and will they be able to sell more money than them? They're not gonna be able to match the actual numbers, but if they charging the right price, they could do a really, really good live gate and perhaps pass them in the live gate. I think the key thing they're gonna do is more people gonna watch Tank and Jake than watch Canelo and Crawford. They're gonna have more people watching them. But yeah, go ahead, KQ. My bad, man.
No. I'm just asking you what you think about that.
I think that the undercard is kind of lackluster for a fight of that magnitude. I do think they'll approach a sellout though. I think that they will end up packing out that arena, packing out that stadium, I should say. And it's gonna do good. I think it'll still lose money just because of how much you paying Canelo and how much you paying Terrence Crawford. I think that's the thing that's going to hinder them, because they can only make money from what they getting from Netflix and what they doing at the live gate. And then with all the money you got to pay Canelo and Crawford, that event's still going to lose probably tens of millions of dollars, because I don't think Netflix is paying them, $200 million to put on that fight. I don't think they're getting that high of a fee to put that fight on. So because remember, they almost didn't get the deal. Somebody had to come in and save the deal because Netflix wasn't filling Turkey. I think it was right. Peter Kahn. Peter Kahn had to come in and save the deal because they weren't about to get the deal. So Netflix wasn't just throwing money at them, trying to make sure that they got the rights to stream this fight. And then plus Jake Paul is dealing with Netflix. He's dealt with them before. His Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor fight, that broke records for women's boxing. His fight with Mike Tyson, that broke records for an event viewed worldwide with 108 million people watching it worldwide, 60 million in America. So Jake Paul was dealing with them from a better leverage standpoint. So I just think that it just shows that a lot of casual fans, KQ, they don't really know Canelo and Crawford like that. Like, they know Canelo, but Canelo's not the star he was when he was coming off of the Mayweather shit and everybody was knowing who he was. He was becoming a superstar and all of that. He's kind of lost some market share because he took his ass over there and fought William Scholl in Saudi Arabia. A lot of people didn't even know he had that fight. A lot of casual fans and shit like that. And then we know Bud Crawford, man. Bud Crawford, he has a very rabid fan base. He has a lot of people that swear by him, but it's not a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't really buy tickets. They don't buy fights. They don't buy pay-per-views. They don't go to fights for the most part. The first time his fan base ever showed up and showed out was when they went to the Errol Spence fight. We'll see if they show up and show out for this Canelo fight. Mm-hmm. But I'm not surprised because this pay-per-view is really only being sold from one side because Crawford don't really bring that fan base to the table. So nah, man, I'm not surprised at all that Canelo and Crawford might be struggling a little bit to get those tickets to the finish line. I think everybody that's gonna buy tickets, KQ, has pretty much bought tickets. And then the other thing you got to worry about is football season, bro. It's football season. So it's gonna be really, really. I think one of the smartest things that Tank and Jake are doing that Canelo and Crawford aren't doing. Tank and Jake are fighting on a Friday, and by fighting on a Friday, you avoid college football. You avoid the NFL and shit because they come on Saturdays and Sundays, and the NFL come on Thursdays. So you come Friday night, you got the whole public viewing to yourself. The mistake that Canelo and Crawford is doing is they fighting on a Saturday. Saturday is college football night here in America, and while it's a good fight and a lot of people gonna tune in, it's gonna be a lot of people that choose to watch their college football team over Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. Just my personal opinion. I think that's a bad move. I think they should have probably tried to have the fight on Friday as well and avoid that Saturday time slot for sure. So we'll see what happens. But Crawford don't sell, KQ, and you always hear stuff like this around his fights. But Canelo does, and I think it'll still do good numbers. And they'll approach a sellout, just maybe not what they thought they'd get in terms of the prices that they wanted to charge people, especially if they got to drop the prices a week of the fight.
Okay. Two Trill, baby, with the $2 holler. He's out being sarcastic with that Floyd comment.
Okay, yeah, my fault, bro. My fault.
All right. My man Kurt Hurd, yes, sir, gifted 5 KQKC Boxing Network memberships. All right. I appreciate you, Kurt. Yes, sir.
Yeah, salute, bro.
All up. Now, knockout. You heard about Matias winning the purse bid. Okay.
Oh, his promoter won the purse bid?
Yes. Now, of course, everybody.
Hold on. No. Over Turkey?
Over Eddie and Dalton Smith.
Turkey, Riyadh didn't even bid?
No. Now listen at this.
They got $1 trillion.
I know.
All right, go ahead.
They beat them, Matias, by a small promotion company called Fresh Productions. Nobody never heard of them. So, okay, I told my chat I get back to y'all tomorrow and let me see what I can find out about them. All right, because Eddie didn't bid nothing. I mean, well, not enough. Put it that way. So the fight is going to be in Puerto Rico. Now, this company is based in Puerto Rico. Knockout. Now, the company.
Hold on. I'm looking it up as you're talking. So this Fresh Productions, they bid 1.9 million. All Eddie had was $1.7 million.
Yes. Now, Fresh Productions is a small promotion company. Guess who backed them up? Guess who put up the money? Most of it. Jake Paul and Netflix. Because they going in Puerto Rico. You got Manny Serrano over there. You know, I had talked to Samson, and he kind of like broken down. And then, they're a small outfit. It's an ex-boxer that turned promoter, like Oscar De La Hoya, and they won it in Puerto Rico. And so they won the purse bid against Matchroom. And I know Matchroom had the money. That shows you what Eddie Hearn think of his fighters. That shows how much he cared about his fighters. And of course, now, also.
But Turkey had him in the ring, KQ. He had him in the ring. He put him in the ring together. It was Matias and it was Dalton Smith, and he grabbed him. He said, yeah, y'all going to fight next, and I'm making the fight. And they confirmed the fight.
Yeah. Turkey changed his mind.
But he got that oil money. That oil money, man. He got that oil money.
Yeah, but you do what Turkey want. All right, you do what Turkey want, right?
So see, Eddie can't do nothing without Turkey no more?
Man, that would have seemed like, because his own is broke. They still got to get money from Turkey.
Oh, bro.
Turkey's still getting them out of the hole they in, and I mean, Matias won a purse bid against Matchroom, Dalton Smith, so they're going to be.
But PBC is the one that's broke, KQ.
I know. They the one.
PBC is going out of business, not Matchroom.
I know, man.
So Eddie Hearn. So let me get this straight. In the last 6 months, Eddie Hearn couldn't put on the dang on Shakur and Williams Zapata fight. He had to go to Turkey, He had to go to Golden Boy. He had to get them to give Shakur the fight. He signed Shakur. He didn't do no matchroom fights. He can't get Boots in his no fights. All the Boots in his opponents seem to be getting lowballed, and they don't want to fight Boots for the money that Eddie is offering. Not Josh Kelly, Rashidi Ellis, none of them. They don't want to fight Boots. He can't get Boots no fights. He couldn't get Demetrius Andrade no fights. He couldn't get Devin Haney no fights. And now he got to send his UK fighter, Dalton Smith, over there to fight Subriel Matias in the toughest fight of his career in Puerto Rico because he got outbid by fresh promotions who don't probably have nobody but Subriel Matias.
Yep.
How many of y'all still think Eddie is teaching here? Is Eddie still the best promoter in boxing?
Okay.
Y'all lucky I'm not going live today. We're going to talk about this shit tomorrow. KQ, that don't make no sense. How you lose a purse bid and what happened to Turkey? Turkey don't like Eddie no more?
See, that's the thing. I didn't get to that part. That's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened to Turkey. What did he do? Take his money back like he did in Africa? I mean, somebody, explain this to me, because this is a promotion company that co-promotes like Mayweather did before he got his license. So, so Jay Paul and Manny Serrano, they talked to Netflix, hey, look here, what you need, and he won in the purse bid. And I couldn't believe that.
Crazy.
Yeah. Turkey and Eddie are working together because the zone, getting bailed out by Turkey since they went broke, try to be like PBC, and so now it's a mess. And this is all Eddie's fault. Why Eddie can't get these guys over the finish line? Why he can't never get these guys over the hump? That's the problem. Now we're talking about his own UK fighter. My man, Hilltop, 157, baby. Yes, sir, with that 5-piece. He said Eddie dropped the ball on this purse bid like CD did against the Eagles.
Block his ass. Block him.
What bit of time out, I'm assuming.
Block his ass. Block him right now. Block that ninja, man.
You don't like the Eagles or something?
I'm a Cowboys fan. Hell no, I don't like the Eagles, man. That's all right. I'm going to see your ass, Hilltop. I'm going to see your ass over on my show tomorrow. This ain't my show. You look at this ain't my shit. Because when you come to my shit tomorrow night, I'm going to remember this shit. I don't give a damn. You drop $20. I'm blocking you for 1 minute.
Fuck that shit, Hilltop. You welcome.
I'm blocking his ass. Oh, he ain't got no wrench over here. I'm finna time his ass out for a whole 10 seconds. You finna get timed out for that shit.
My man Isaiah with that $2 holler, baby. Yes, sir. Eddie threw $150 with secured tickets on a purse bid.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Hey, Eddie, that's why they ain't win that shit. Ain't nobody buying no damn Shakur tickets. Nigga, they buy Shakur tickets because Shakur is on somebody else's card, nigga. Like they don't buy his tickets no more. That boy on the undercard. That's tough. Eddie out here down bad. I can't believe they tried to act like this wasn't a story. Like, I'm glad you told me this shit because I wouldn't have known this shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known this.
So I didn't know. I never heard of the promotion company. That's what intrigued me. I had to can somebody win a purse bid that you never heard of. And
yeah, that's wild.
So at first I called manager Marty, and he didn't know. So I called Sampson. He knew who they were. He said they're based out of Puerto Rico. And the promoter is a ex-fighter and turned promoter, and of course they kind of like BLK Prime. They don't have a lot of money, but they got some good friends though. They got friends.
Yeah, I got one more topic I want to cover since the Canelo and Crawford fight is this weekend, and we only got about 10 minutes left.
Sure.
Did you see Terrence Crawford looking like a Black Power Ranger or the Black Panther or some shit? Do you see how swole and how big Terrence Bud Crawford done got on that new Victor Conte snack pack?
Yes.
What do you think of the transformation, the bulking up, the weight gain? How do you think that plays out, and what do you think of that for Terrence Crawford's chances against Canelo?
Okay, y'all hit the like button, man. Y'all run the lights up, man. Come on. I mean, come on. It don't take nothing. It's free. Okay, it's free. You want to send a super chat? It's still free. All right. Now, I think Terrence Crawford, I think he did it the wrong way. Now, I don't know. I took a look at him yesterday. Now it's starting to fill out kind of like with a lot of muscles, and it's tightening up now. But that's still gonna hinder him. That's still gonna hinder him. I know Bullmack ain't gonna tell the whole game plan, but he believes that he can be fast enough and faster than Canelo and this and that. Listen, he ain't at 147 no more. He's at 168 now, and he haven't fought with all that weight on him. He haven't fought with all those muscles on him. First of all, he's not going to knock out Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez's neck is too wide. Yeah, he might be short, but still, he got a chin like concrete. I have seen Triple G hit him flush, and he just walked right through there. So that's not going to happen. But we all seen Canelo fight over 80-some fights, and he has seen every style it is. Now, Bud Crawford, yes, he does have a punching chance. Matter of fact, he got more than a punching chance. But still in all, I think that the muscles and the weight that can hinder him. But we don't know. I can't really say right now because I really haven't really picked out. I want Bud to win.
Yeah. Beat Canelo ass, Bud. I'm a Bud fan for one night only.
That's what I said. I'm a Bud fan for one night. That's all you're going to get out of me. One night. Right?
One goddamn night. That's all you get. You better go win. Shit.
Right. But I went and thought about it. When he fought Canelo, he was, because everybody was telling Canelo got flat feet. Canelo this, Canelo that. Well, he came in on his toes and, boxing and everything like that. And Jamel just didn't try. But still in all, I think Terence Crawford, he can if you don't start off fast. If you don't start off fast and just hold that, just do enough to get through the first half of the fight. Then, because if he comes out explosive, then when we get to round 6 or 7 or 8, he's going to be out of gas with all that weight. So, I mean, most people say he should have fought maybe one fight at 160 or a couple fights at 154, and then gradually do it that way. But, listen, he said, he owed all to Bill Haney. He said Bill Haney put that in his mind. He said he didn't want to think about fighting Canelo. But he said Bill Haney said, no, you can fight Canelo. He's big enough.
Nah, he did say that. He also said, I wouldn't think about it, but then they start talking about Earl fighting Canelo. And so he said that shit too. Hey, that's what he said, bro.
Not another petty.
That's what he said. He said, I wouldn't think about fighting Canelo, but when they start talking about Earl fighting Canelo,
man. These dudes are something else, man.
That's what he said, bro. I know Cub fans gonna get mad, but that's what that man said, bro. If Earl can do it, I know I can do it.
God, dog, y'all are a trip, boy, man. Okay. That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Nah, but I feel like he looked like he in real great shape. And he gained a lot of muscle, bro. And he looked like a bodybuilder. I ain't never seen him look that big or that strong and all of that. So but when I say that, I want to make the point that remember he has to carry all of that shit. So everybody talking about how great he look and how strong he look, how much muscle he put on. He got to carry all that muscle the night of the fight. And if you know anything about like human anatomy and training and shit like that, then you know that muscle takes more oxygen for you to be able to function. When you're carrying that type of muscle, you can slow down quickly. Your legs can get heavy. Your hand speed can go away. Right? So we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens, but I am worried that that's a lot of muscle to carry around, bro. Will he be as fast? Because his special power is catching you in between shots. His special power is being able to time you, being fast, being explosive. That's his special power. Those things require you to be fast, require you to be explosive, require you to have a gas tank going into the back half of the fight. And if you carrying a shit ton of muscle and you're not used to it, you can get in that bitch and you can get It can get real spooky real quick if he can't carry that muscle that he's not used to and keep his stamina up. That's what I'm worried about, bro. Because people can talk all this shit about Canelo, and I don't like Canelo and all of that. I don't. But let me tell you this. Bud Crawford got to be closer to the version of himself that fought Errol Spence than the guy that fought Madrimov if he want to have a shot in this fight, bro. If the guy that fought Madrimov shows up, he getting whooped. He getting whooped. Like, there's no way around. If the Bud Crawford that fought Israel Madrimov shows up to fight Canelo Alvarez, he's not winning that fight. He got to be the version that fought Errol Spence or close to it to have a shot in this fight, bro. That Madrimov shit, that's not gonna cut it, bro.
Right.
That shit not gonna cut it. He did not look the same against Madrimov how he looked at 147 pounds. So I think that's a tall order. He's a year older now. He's coming up in 2 more weight classes. As you can see, Madrimov didn't react to his punches the way that 147-pound fighters reacted to his punches. So we'll see what happens at 168, but definitely a lot of muscle. Definitely looks different. But he got to carry all that shit, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to. So that's all I got on there, bro.
Okay, yeah. But like I think Julie Lion said that maybe just maybe it could be shield for Canelo punches, and that it will help somewhere in the fight. Of course, them body shots are wicked by Canelo. Them arm punches are wicked by Canelo. He tried to take your jab away by punching on your arms, like he did Bivol, So, but yeah, so we'll say that for some other time. The WBO or the Bivol records, medical records, we'll go over that next time. Cause I know the time is going fast right now, so but you got anything else? Knockout?
No, man, I got nothing else. I'll be live tomorrow night at 7:30, Wednesday night at 7:30, and Thursday night at 7:30. So y'all pull up. And KQ, man, have a great great rest of your weekend, man. And I know you'll be live tomorrow. But
I won't be live tomorrow, man. Cause I had a gas leak and they're coming to fix everything tomorrow. So
yeah, get that done. Don't be getting that carbon monoxide poisoning, man.
Yeah, man, I get it done. But I'll be live Tuesday all the way through Friday, everyone, at 11 o'clock a.m. So therefore, if you don't get a notification, you know what time I will be there. All right. Knockout, he will be live at 7:30. Okay.
Already.
Man, that's all I got. So,
yes, sir. Y'all smash a like. We'll see y'all next time. Take it easy, KQ. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. And we out of here, baby. We are living it up. Oh!
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers. And just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.